Hi, my name is Damil Aidil. My matrix number is CD200057. Today I want to talk about my part, which is its introduction. In the world of printing shop where digital ideas become tangible products, most printing stand out, offering service for personal and business needs. From graphic design to printing various products, most printing ensure quality and flexibility in meeting diverse demand. This presentation explore how work study principle, a systematic approach to improving work process route in industrial engineering. Industrial engineering transform most printing operation by delving into their current state, challenge, and their outcome achieved. We showcase how work study enhancing efficiency, cutting costs, and paving the way for a more streamlined futures. The focus is on practical improvement that make most printing a beacon of operational excellence in the dynamic printing industry. Let's dive into the challenge. We have identified most printing enterprise. The time required to complete job is concerned, and we have noticed some workflow inefficiencies and lack of a standardized process. Now let's explore how we are turning this challenge into opportunities for improvement. Our goals are clear. Firstly, we aim to study and determine the standard time for each process using the time study technique. This will help us understand and optimize our workflow. Secondly, our objective is to enhance production efficiency. Lastly, we are working to minimize the time required for each task, ensuring a more streamlined operation. Now let's talk about what we are focusing on this project. We are concentrating on improvement the efficiencies of our production line activities. This means reducing downtime and making our process smoother. To achieve this, we will be conducting a time study and implementing a sequencing technique.
Okay, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Mustaqim bin Muhammad Fauzi and my metric number is AD200150. So I will present about literature review. Okay. Industrial engineers in printing industry aims to enhance the operational efficiency and performance. They focus on streamlining printing operations, managing resource effectively, and ensuring a smooth workflow. This project specifically explores the application of word study, time study, and sequencing technique in optimizing printing processes. Okay, next for word study. Word study specifically time study is a systematic and scientific approach used in industrial engineering to analyze and optimize the time required to perform a specific task or activity within a work process. Okay, so as you can see the figure illustrates the key component of the study methodology, which aims to analyze and improve the execution of activities. The primary goal is to streamline operational approach, eliminate unnecessary labor, and optimize resource utilization. Ultimately, establishing a standard time for task completion. This involves a comprehensive examination of task time, considering the various factors affecting efficiency and conditions. Through systematic investigation and improvement, work study is applied to enhance human working conditions and reduce workload in manufacturing line. Okay, for work measurement determines the time a skilled worker needs to complete a task at a set pace. The research study aims to establish benchmark time using a time study approach with four common methods, which is time study, sampling, predetermined time standard, and standard data. The chosen method here is a time study approach as distributed in figure, which outlines the workflow of the work measurement process. Okay, so next let's take a look at time study application in printing industry. So first, determines time for qualified personnel to complete tasks at a normal pace. Next, crucial in printing for efficiency, cost reduction, and workflow optimization. Identifies inefficiencies through task analysis and observation. Data-driven approach streamlines workflow, allocates resources effectively, and establish standard task time. And lastly, enhance overall productivity, reduce cost by eliminating unnecessary labor and minimizing downtime. Okay, so for the use of time study, originally for wage incentive, now used for various purposes, like determine schedules and plans work, and also assist in determining standard costs and aids in preparing budgets. Okay, last but not least, let's talk about the scheduling and the sequencing technique. Okay, first for the importance of production sequencing and scheduling. First, essential activity in production planning and control. Next, described as pervading all economic activities, crucial for decision making in manufacturing and service industries, vital for survival in the competitive marketplace. Okay, so for sequencing in printing industry, first, strategic arrangement of tasks from pre-press to finishing, optimize workflow and resource utilization, involve prioritizing job, organizing print setup, and managing finishing operation. That's crucial for meeting deadlines, ensuring print quality, and integrating technology. Require clear communication and collaboration among team members. Emphasize effective planning and coordination throughout the printing workflow. So this is three focus in frequent sequencing rules in this case. The first is first come first serve, next earliest due date, and then finally the shortest processing time. Okay, I think that's all from me. Thank you. Okay, so let me continue with the methodology for work study. Work study, specifically time study, is a systematic approach to analyzing and determining the time required for tasks in the printing industry. The process involves select work areas, data collection, breakdown tasks, time measurement, collect additional information, and also calculate standard time, and finally the evaluate and validate. Okay, so next, the methodology for scheduling or sequencing technique. Sequencing technique in the printing industry aims to determine the most efficient order for processing print jobs to meet production goals. The key aspects include job prioritization, machine compatibility, material availability, workforce scheduling, optimizing workflow, real-time adjustment, and the integration with ERP systems.
Okay, so Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Khalid Iskandar bin Razim, and my number metric is CD210136, and I'll be talking about the results and analysis. For this part, there are two techniques that we are going to explain. The first one is time study technique, and the second one is sequencing technique. I'll be explaining about the sequencing technique. Meanwhile, the time study technique will be explained by Muhammad Shari Lipwan.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Muhammad Sharik Wan bin Mamat, CD210113. Today I would like to present about analysis of time study technique. For this time studies, there are four elements that we study, which is A, B, C, and D, and five study overall. So the first study we get 30 second at A, 5 second, 11 second, and 40 second. For the second study, we get 25 second, 6 second, 12 second, 40 second. For the third study, we get 31 second, 4 second, 11 second, and 53 second. And the fourth study, we get 45 second, 5 second, 11 second, and 40 second. And the fifth study, we get 28 second, 7 second, 10 second, and 49 second. For this analysis, the important formula is we need to find the standard time of every element. So to find the standard time, firstly we need to find the normal time, which is the formula is average time times rating factor. So to find the standard time, the formula is normal time over 1 minus allowance. Next, we move to the average time, normal time, and standard time. For the first element, the average time is 28.5 second, and the normal time we get 24.223 second, and the standard time is 26.33 second. And for element B, we get 5.4 second. The normal time is 4.59 second, and the standard time is 4.99 second. For the element C, the average time is 11 second, the normal time is 9.35 second, and the standard time is 10.16 second. For the element D, the average time, normal time, and standard time we get the same, which is 40 second. Next, we move to the overall standard time and labor cost. So to find the total overall standard time, we need to combine all the standard time, 26.33 plus 4.99 plus 10.16 plus 40. So the final answer is 81.48 second per unit. So to find the labor cost per product, first we need to find the worker wage. So RM8 per hour over 3600 second per hour, we get RM 0.0022 per second. So the labor cost per product is RM 0.0022 per second times 81.48 second over unit. So we get RM 0.18 per unit.
Okay, so for the sequencing technique, so these are the informations provided for the in the question. So there are a couple of customers. I mean, there are a total number of 5 customers. Each customers with their own specific request and their own processing time, which the customer one's request takes about 5 minutes, customer two 3 minutes, customer three 15 minutes, customer four 2 minutes, and customer five 20 minutes. And as you can see from the table, that for each customers they have their own due date, which means that they want in how many minutes for their job to be done. Okay, so for the first sequencing technique, I'll be explaining about the first come, first serve, or to be known as FCFS. So, as you can see from the table up top, we have to obtain a few data first beforehand before we can proceed with the calculation. So, in the table, we'll have to obtain the starting time, the processing time, the completion time, the due date, as well as the tardiness. So, for the FCFS sequence, we'll just have to arrange the numbers according to the number of customers, whichever first customers that came in. So from that, we have obtained that the average completion time for this sequence is 21.2 minutes. The average tardiness is 6.6 minutes. The number of jobs tardy are 3, which is for the customer 2, customer 4, and customer 5. And last but not least, the maximum tardiness, we've obtained 20 minutes. Okay, so next I'll talk about the earliest due date sequencing technique, or EDD. Now, the tricky part about the earliest due date sequencing technique is that we'll have to arrange the customers according to their due date number. So at the up top is the lowest due date, and we move until the bottom, and then the bottom one has the highest due date number. So the customers will be ranked according to their due date number. And for this sequence, we've obtained that its average completion time is 19.2 minutes. Its average tardiness is 4 minutes. The number of jobs studied for this technique is 2, which are the customer 3 and customer 5, and the maximum tardiness for this one is 15 minutes. And last but not least, I'll talk about the shortest processing time sequencing technique, or SPT. Now, for this one, it's almost the same as the EDD technique, except that this one will rank the customer's order according to the shortest processing time until the highest processing time. So it's nothing too complicated. So from this technique, we've obtained that their average completion time is 21.2 minutes. Their average tardiness is 4 minutes. The number of jobs studied for this one is only 1, which is for customer 5, and the maximum tardiness are 20 minutes. So here are the result comparisons for each sequence. So we've just gathered all of these sequences data into one table. And as you can see from the table itself, the shortest processing time sequencing technique has the most beneficial numbers. So as you can see that SPT ranks the lowest average completion time. It has the same amount of average tardiness. It has the same amount of minutes in average tardiness for SPT and EDD, and SPT has the lowest number of jobs tardy, and SPT has about 20 minutes of maximum tardiness compared to the EDD one, which only has 15 minutes. But in my opinion, I think that SPT is the most beneficial out of this one. So the most printing enterprise is advised to run the shortest processing time technique whenever abundance of orders suddenly came in out of the blue.
We go to the discussion part. In this period, we all organization fought for the optimal production of their working system. Understanding industrial engineering is vital to increasing productivity and cutting costs in many sectors. One of the main objectives of all production method is to increase efficiency, and industrial engineering method like time study and sequencing approach have been shown to be successful in accomplish this aim. Next, we go to the recommendation. To enhance most printing enterprise efficiency, we recommend implementing calculated standard time A, B, C, and D as performance benchmark, ensuring continual improvement by adapting to change in technology or workflow. For cost management should focus on minimizing labor input without compromising quality, guided by the time sequencing strategy, especially during a peak workload, to minimize average completion time and job tardiness. Optimizing resource utilization, encourage a continuous improvement culture by seeking employee feedback on bottlenecks and process enhancement, regularly reassessing and refining time study and sequencing strategies. Apply insight gained from time studies to enhance individual element in the printing process and leverage the calculated standard time for strategic financial management. Overall, this recommendation aim to improve operational effectiveness, minimize expense, and maximize resource utilization for better outcome in the dynamic printing landscape. In the conclusion, the objective and problem statements specified in this case study have been successfully met. To achieve this, a distinct strategy and plan were employed throughout the process. The knowledge acquired from our industrial engineering course was applied to develop time study and sequencing technique, aiding in streamlining the production process and optimizing resource allocation. The finding from this method revealed that most printing enterprise should consistently update its technology to enhance productivity, efficiency, and meet evolving demands. Investing in advanced technology will enable the store to elevate output and meet diverse client requirements. Additionally, improving manufacturing efficiency involves identifying and eliminating inefficiencies. Regular waste audit can help most printing enterprises identify and eliminate inefficiencies area, leading to reduced costs, increased productivity, and better facilities utilization. In summary, the case study demonstrates the project effectiveness in achieving its goal and addressing the identified issue. That's all for me.